everybody, Z Garcia here, and today we're taking a look at the latest in the Ticket to Ride Cities line of games. This is Paris. So in here, just like in the other games in the series, this is number 6, by the way, you are going to get a small board that shows you Paris in a few locations, and you will be collecting cards, trading those in to make connection routes, and trying to get the most victory points. Complete your tickets, outsmart your opponents, and in this one, collect the colors of the French flag, because you're going to get some bonus points for doing that. Let me show you how the game works. I'll give you a quick overview, and then we'll come on back, and I'll tell you what I think of it, and what I think of it compared to the other games that have come before it a little bit as well. Here we go. So here's what the game might look like at the end for 2 players. The game is very much like other Ticket to Rides. On your turn, you're going to do one of 3 things. You are going to take these cards. You can take up to 2, unless you take a wild. Or you can play these cards to put out a route. They are a length 1, 2, or 3, and you'll get 1, 2, or 4 points, respectively. You'll notice one thing about this map is that there are no gray routes, no wild routes, and that the colors always tie to a length as well. So all of the reds and blues are always 1 length. All the whites and yellows are always 2 length, and the purples and the greens always 3 length. So you know that if you're only holding 2 green cards, and no wilds in this case, then those aren't playable anywhere. You know that right off the bat. You do not need to look over the map to know whether you can put them anywhere. The third and final option on your turn is taking new tickets. They come in long and short and all sorts of combinations. So you'll be taking 2 of these, and you can keep. You have to keep at least 1. You may keep both, which you also do at the beginning of the game. You're given 2, and you have to keep 1. You may keep both of them. The game's going to be over when somebody is down to just 2 out of their 15 little trains here. And then at that point, end game is triggered. Everybody gets 1 more turn, including that player. And then you'll figure out your score. The score is going to be based on the tracks you've already laid, and then the tickets you've got in your hand. If you completed the connections, then you're going to gain those points. If you miss that connection, you lose those points instead. The one twist here, besides, like I said, how peculiar some of the ideas are on the map here, is this right here. The French flag. You are making the French flag, and you'll be getting victory points for that. So on my turn, let's say I play 2 white cards, and I claim a route out here. Let's say I claim this one. Then out of these 2, I'm going to keep one in front of me, and I'll discard the other. If I later on claim a red route somewhere, I'll get my 1 victory point, and I'll keep that. And then if I do it with a blue card, I will keep that, and I will cash in this set for 4 victory points. I cannot, while working on a set, continue or start another one, okay? So if I've already got a white and a red, and I'm looking for a blue, if I claim a route out there with 2 white, I do not keep one of them. I'm looking for blue, and then after all 3 are acquired and scored, then I could start collecting those colors again. You'll do it once or twice in the whole game, most likely, okay? So that's it. That's the twist there. Let's go ahead and go back up top. So all of these Ticket to Ride games, especially the cities line, tend to be fairly similar to one another with one sort of little twist on top of that, okay? That's the general flow of these games. Oh, in this one, you do this little thing. In this one, you get points for connecting into a city. Whatever. In this one, it's the French flag thing. And that's simple. It's dead simple. It's something that's going to, unfortunately, in this game, kind of happen anyway. It's one of those things that you're going to likely be making those connections, and so most people in the game are going to do this thing once. If you push for it, then you can do it twice. I've yet to see it done 3 times, but I'm assuming you could try to do it 3 times. It's a small variance is my point, and if you're not doing it at least once, then you're just not paying attention, and you're leaving points on the table probably, okay? Because it's very easy to claim those blue and those red routes. They are 1 length. So I find the twist in this one to be not much of a twist, to be sort of a much ado about nothing. This is a bit of a return to the simplicity of some of the earlier maps and some of the earlier ideas in this cities line. Especially after the last couple, I thought Amsterdam had a nice sort of set collecting thing going on, and especially I thought Berlin was interesting with the subways versus the trains thing. It's really cool. It felt a little bit bigger. This one feels small again. It feels sort of by the numbers again in many ways. I will praise it for the board. I think the design of the board in this one is clever and interesting, and I do like that idea of every blue and every red is 1. That's it. Every white, every yellow, 2. That's it. You know you need to get all the way up to 3 purple to claim anything in purple. All the way up to 3 green. I like that. That's a nice idea. It works well. It makes the map feel nice and tight. And it balances, of course, that it's no accident it's white, blue, and red that you need, right? It could have been yellow instead of white, but that's not the flag. So I enjoy those ideas. But for me, this falls in line with some of the earlier Ticket to Ride Cities line in which you get this one if you have an affinity for Paris, right? Oh, I know someone who loves Paris. They always are talking about Paris. Well, boom, there you go. You give them this as a gift. Or you yourself are from Paris, or you know someone who lives there, or what have you. Then that's kind of the purpose this one serves, as do the other ones, in my opinion. But as far as the gameplay and evolution on the line, this one to me feels a little bit like a step back. And I don't mean that necessarily in a bad way. I just mean more like a return to simplicity. I would not mind slightly more pizzazz in this one, especially if you already own some of the other ones. Now, if you don't own any of the other ones, Ticket to Ride New York, Ticket to Ride whatever, then yeah, this might be a good one to jump into, again, especially as a Francophile. But for me, if I was going to recommend only one out of the entire line, I might do Berlin. I think it's a little more interesting. And I think I would only say, yeah, get this one if you have none and you want the absolute, one of the simplest in the collection, then maybe Paris here is for you. For me, this one's going to get a 6 out of 10. I enjoy it and I'm happy to play. It is 10-15 minutes. It does that really well. And like I said, the map is interesting. But the main little twist on top of that, I found to be forgettable and almost a byproduct of just playing the game itself. So there you go, 6 out of 10 from me for Ticket to Ride Paris. And that's going to do it, folks. Thanks very much for watching. I appreciate it. My name is Z Garcia. I'll see you on the next one.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another video from the Dice Tower. Hey, you want to learn more about us, communicate with us? We have a Facebook group, we have a Discord channel, lots of different ways to get involved with the Dice Tower. And you can find that in our Linktree link below. So just click that, it will take you and you can communicate with us on Facebook, join our Facebook groups. There's lots of cool things that you can find and become part of the Dice Tower. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Tom Vasel.